This would have been a really good time to have a Supergirl action figure. I don't have one yet. And I don't want to get my Supergirl comics out of the long box or my Legion of Superhero comics. But let's talk about this new movie, Legion of Superheroes. It comes from I think they're calling it the Tomorrowverse. I didn't know that they had a name for this new streamline of DC movies they're doing. But basically, this is the plot of the movie. Supergirl, they kind of set up her origin at the very beginning of it, but basically she comes to Earth to start a new life, and she's having a little bit of trouble getting adjusted to this new world that she's in. And so what she does is that she, kind of breaks stuff, destroys stuff, has a lot of different issues, and it's causing some problems with people like Batman, for example. And so Superman, trying to give her the best opportunity to grow and learn her abilities without maybe possibly accidentally causing mass casualties, sends her to the future where she learns her new abilities with the Legion of Superheroes. Now, during this time, there is a evil group called the Dark Circle who are planning their mischief, and that is where, as far as spoilers, for at least right now, that's as far as I will go. Now, did I like it? Sure. Is this one the best one yet? No. I still think that the Long Halloween Batman films that they came out with are probably the best ones they've done. I say that, and then probably the World War II, Justice Society World War II film is probably the second best. Then, right after that, I guess it would be the Superman film, then this one, and then, for me personally, the last one would be the Green Lantern movie. So, this definitely isn't the best one, but it's definitely not the worst one. I definitely enjoyed it. I liked the characters. I thought the action was good. The animation, do I think is definitely designed in a way to budget themselves to be a little cheaper? Yes. Do I prefer the old animation styles of DC? Yes. But do I think this was fine and good? Yes. I thought all those things were great. I think this just goes ahead and proves again that I think Jensen Ackles is, for me, my favorite Batman is going to always be Kevin Conroy. Always going to be Kevin Conroy. But I will say, we don't have Kevin Conroy no more. And I couldn't think of a better person to be the new voice, the main voice of Batman, than Jensen Ackles. I think he does a really good job. I think he has something. I think that if they can put him into really good content in the future, I think young kids, when they're reading comic books, Batman comic books, they'll be like what Kevin Conroy was to me. They will read with Jensen Ackles' voice in the background. I do believe that's the case. I do believe that to be true. And I hope they continue to use him. I hope he sticks around. I know he likes to do live action shows and movies and stuff, but this is something he can do this voice up until his old age. So I really hope he takes the time to stick to this, to do this voice for many years to come, because I think he does a great job. And he's not even barely in this movie. It's just, I think he does that good of a job as Batman. I hope he continues to. Now, all the voice actors are great. Do I think some of this stuff's like a missed opportunity? Part of me wishes I had more time with some of these characters, They call it a Legion of Superheroes movie, but it really is a Supergirl movie, Supergirl and Brainiac 5, it's really their movie, but more so Supergirl's movie. They could have called this Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes, and that probably would have been a more fitting title. You don't really get to spend as much time with all the different heroes, all the different people, but that's okay because I enjoyed spending that time I had with Supergirl. So, as far as spoilers, let's get into the spoiler talk, because I'm not going to do an extra spoiler video, I do not believe. going into, everything going on. But basically, in the Justice Society movie, we see that Brainiac was killed pretty easily, actually. Was killed with a kryptonite bullet, was shot in the head. And in this movie, we find out that his head is in a container in this lab. Well, the Dark Circle, we come to find out in the future, was trying to get that head. Now, they succeeded, supposedly. And so, when we get into the future, he has basically been in hiding, letting his brain, fix itself. And we come to find out that basically he has a secret agent, Mon-El, working under him for the Dark Circle to try to get this machine where he can basically take over the whole entire universe. And the way they did that, I thought that was pretty cool with him. When he had all the different the other Brainiacs fused into his body. I thought that was kind of clever and kind of creepy and freaky, and kind of turns into his own demise, which was kind of cool. Mon-El being a bad guy, it is what it is. It would have been cooler for me. I think it's a waste of the character. I think they could have been like, oh, he was brainwashed by the Dark Circle or whatever. I ironically think that would have been better. I think just making him a villain is just kind of being cheap. I just didn't. I didn't personally care for it, but that's just me. What can you do? Dadgummit, train! Okay, I think I can continue, so let's move on. He wants to... Where were we left off? Okay, we were talking about... I thought using Mon-El the way they did, they could have done something a little different. I didn't think they had to make him like this evil bad guy. I thought they could have had him be brainwashed. Maybe that's the cheaper way to tell the story, but I honestly thought that actually could have been better than what they did. That's just me. I kind of wish this universe, the way the animation style is, to me, it's like, I would rather see this like in a show. The Young Justice series was very much a series that was kind of really opening the doors to the DC universe. Every season they would expand the DC universe bigger and bigger and bigger. And I thought this film could have had a good opportunity to do that. And all these films, to me, it's like, I wish we could have made these into little shows. I think it would have been a lot more enjoyable and something we could have really grounded our teeth into and really enjoyed. We haven't done that, and that's okay. But I'm kind of curious to see where all this is heading. We know that Amazon has purchased the rights to do animated DC films on Amazon Prime. So I am kind of curious, are they going to continue with this universe? Or the teaser that we're going to get into in just a second, does that kind of lead to maybe one more film wrapping all this basically up in a nice little bow and then ending these films so Amazon can start off their own thing fresh? I don't know. Now, it'd be curious to see, though, what's going to happen, because what happens at the end of the movie is Kara Zor-El, during an Easter egg, is talking to Clark about all of her adventures, everything that's happened, talks about her relationship with Brainiac, kind of introduces Brainiac to Superman, Brainiac 5, and then they kind of wave goodbye. Well, during this scene, they go, Batman's like, do you think you should have said something to her? And Clark's like, not right now, especially we don't even know what this is yet. And they see these big craters in the ground, and all of a sudden it gets fused in, they get picked up, and they disappear without a trace, to maybe allude to them being dead. Now, I do not think they're dead. I think they got zoomed up by a boombox, and which means they're probably with Darkseid right now. They could be somewhere else, but they're probably with Darkseid. That is my current guess, which means that Darkseid is coming. In the movie, it talks about how Brainiac's like, there's someone worse than me out there that I have to protect everyone from. Could that be Darkseid? I think it's very possible. I think we will be seeing Darkseid in the very near future. So, guys, what do you think? Did you like this film? Did you think it was dumb? Do you think it was good? What do you think of this whole verse, the animation, all these things? I'm very curious what you think. Do you think Amazon is going to continue to use this universe when they start doing their DC animated films? Or do you think they're going to do something completely different? Very curious to know what you guys think. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And guys, whatever you're doing, wherever you're going, have a good one. Peace.